Now if you've got an MX5 Mark 1 and you're planning on bushing kits and you're planning on to buy the Flowflex bushing kits, I'm making this little video just to show you their problems before you invest your money into this product. Because I've already made a video about certain ones, the back ones, and they don't fit. They're just made too big and you can't assemble them. Now the front ones are even worse. Now these bottom ones, yeah, they're perfect. You know, they fit, but they're a completely different design to the top bushings. Now let me show you the issues you're going to have. Once you've got the bushings in, right, they look all snug and that, but what you'll find is these inner sleeves are very, like a millimetre short on each side of these. You know, they're pushed in, but they're a millimetre short on each side. Okay, you might think that's to put them in there, but no. They give you these silly, stupid washers, which you've got to put in here, right, on either side, just like that. Right, they're supposed to clip in. And unfortunately, these keep popping out, so they don't even stay in there properly. But the idea is you're supposed to put them in there and squeeze these inners, right, and try and put it in there. Do you think that's going to work? No. And the reason because of that is because it's just too thick. They make these too thick, and these washers keep pushing out, and they bend. The washers bend. Even try and get them in, they bend. So that could, and if you do actually get that in, the washer, right there, will hang out the side of the bushing on the edge. And to be honest, that's just a really bad design. For one thing, you can't fit them. Secondly, with these millimetre gaps in there, you could potentially have a control arm failure down the track, or an accident. You don't want this thing coming loose, do you? No. And with these weak parts, that's what's going to happen. I see these as they could be dangerous, to be honest. You know, they're not made well. You know, they put too much material out here. And if you look at your original OEM bushings, they're so completely different design, as they only have an edge here and they don't have one here. And there's a reason for that. It's because the actual shafts will match up to the actual control arm and you can bolt them in. This is just a real nightmare to fit while trying to hold full washers. So this is what I had to do. I had to use duct tape to hold these washers in like that while trying to fit them, because they kept falling out. Now even that doesn't work because the washers still keep dropping out. Now unless you want to spend an extra 2 to 3 weeks trying to put these in with this kit, that's exactly what you're going to need. More time, because this should be a weekend job to do. Yet this job has taken me nearly 2 to 3 weeks to actually install these stupid bushings. I don't trust them because they're not milled right, they're not made right, and they could be potentially dangerous. So I've had to order newer, different style bushings to complete this, and I might still even have to go down to the OEM style again, which is good, because if you look at your OEM bushings, they're completely different from these ones, and they don't have stupid washers. So in order to be safe, I don't want this thing falling apart down the road, I would not trust these bushings for the tops of the MX5 back and front. They're just badly made and very bad to fit them, you know. And where's that washer gone? Here we go. And this washer here has already bent while just trying to insert it. So you've got to bend these up with the force of the driving. And to be honest, you're going to have to replace them months down the track. So you might be saying, why did I invest in them for? Well, of course, each to their own. I didn't know at the time. I saw reviews on a lot of products. Some have got bad, some have got good reviews, like everything in this world. But I didn't think they would be this bad for this car, of course. To be honest, would I buy them again? No. Would I recommend them? No. And only on the basis that they don't fit properly and they could actually cause an accident one day. But that is just my opinion, okay? So if you're going to do this job, do your research first, and really you're going to have to step up to the mark and invest in some really top quality products, because you don't want your steering to fail with some washers that are just going to bend up under pressure. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to risk it. These bushings are coming out and I'm going to have to redo the whole lot over again. But there we go, that's my opinion on the Flowflex bushings. So let's continue on with the restoration and get this car back on the bloody road. It's taken a long time. So anyway, we come across issues all the time. So let's get on with it. We'll see you soon.